It took me probably a year to start believing in my worth and believing that good things could happen to me and that I deserve good things.
I was scared. I was scared of everything for my whole life. I was afraid of everything until I got clean. So for 40 years, I was just scared, terrified of everything. They called me Chicken Little. Like my hardcore drug friends called me Chicken Little because I was always scared that something was going to happen. I was molested at like 6 or 7, so a lot of things changed for me, and I witnessed an interaction with the person and my dad that just kind of confirmed to me that it was my fault. And so the rest of my story is kind of defined by that moment. Like, I'm horrible, it's my fault, these things happen because I deserve them. Every relationship I ever had, every friendship I ever had, I was all kind of fueled by that belief that I got when I was 7. I was 15 the first time I took something that made me feel outside of myself and be comfortable for the first time in my life. Like, oh, I can breathe, I can interact with people, I'm okay right now. And so it just kind of went from there. More and more things made me feel like that, so I just kept doing more and more. My weekend partying kind of took over my life, and that was when I first got addicted to meth. The better the pills got, the better the feeling got, and then other substances, drinking, all that just made me able to stand myself when I hadn't been able to for so long.
I often will tell people, getting into recovery after years of addiction is almost like awaking from a nightmare that you might have, and then realizing that it all happened.
I didn't really realize how bad my life was because I'm just trying to survive day to day, like find some place for my daughter and I to stay, find some place for the baby and I to go, it was such survival mode of figuring out the day to day that it doesn't leave you much room to like emotionally process what's going on. You just get through one moment to the next. So life was like that for like 10 years. And then lost custody of both of them to my mom when my little boy was like 1.5 years old. That couldn't hurt, if I just got clean real quick, I'm sure I would get him back, but I didn't get him back because I was homeless. I didn't have anywhere to bring him to.
If you think that people are going to easily be able to stay abstinent under a bridge, if you think they're going to be employable under a bridge and pay taxes and get their kids back, it's not possible like that.
So I finally went to treatment, and it was amazing. Everything about me changed. I was late for everything my whole life until I went to treatment, and now I'm early. Everything about me changed because I was ready for it. I didn't go there to stay the same. So when I was finishing up my time at Safe Harbor, I was there for a year. So I was on like my last 3 to 6 month stretch. And that's when you start looking for where you're gonna go afterwards. And so my case manager was super excited and I think she gave me an application. I just remember being super nervous and unsure in that part of it.
And Habitat provides an incredible opportunity, for our residents. I mean, I think Melissa we had several that applied. Melissa was the first one that was approved.
Then after that, I was at work one day and Andrew called me and said, "You've been selected." I freaked out. It was awesome. And then I got a letter in the mail. This is the amount you've been approved for. This is what your house is going to have. You're going to get 2 trees. And I was like, I get 2 trees and they're mine.
Stable housing is absolutely necessary in their journey to create an environment of stability so that the other interventions can take place. Or if it's later on in their treatment journey, it is a continuation.
You know, if I've got housing, I'm going to be able to get a job. You know, I'm going to be able to get my kids to school. I'm going to be able to get them to daycare. It's just that basic physiological need, and it moves them to a place of normal functioning. You know, they're not sleeping out of their car somewhere. So it really gives them hope, I think.
I couldn't keep a place longer than 3 to 6 months. My apartment that I'm in now, that's the longest I've been anywhere. So, and I'm ready to move out and into the house and never have to pack a box again. I'm so excited to never have to move again.
So the 3 words I would use to describe Melissa: open to the process, loving, and has come into her own when it comes to strength. That loving, caring part has surfaced for other women in early recovery, for her children. I have seen her as a mom because we are a very close-knit organization. It's a joy. It's a joy to see her in her journey.
I mean, in Habitat, being able to provide home ownership to someone is, I mean, the women that come out of our transitional housing program, they're probably not likely to get to own their own place.
Just an amazing feeling to hand somebody a key and know that they get to sleep somewhere safe tonight, and they get to take a shower, and they get to sit down and have a meal with like-minded people. Like, that's, I can't even explain that feeling. It gets me every time. I've been doing that part of it for 1.5 years now, and I get the same feeling when I hand over a key as I did in the beginning. Because they finally have some stability, and they can start to heal, and they can start to grow, and they can turn their life around if they have the opportunity of housing.
Grateful. Like, that's the number one feeling I have about the house, the process, this organization. I'm just super grateful because I don't deserve any of this, but I'm being blessed, and it's just forever. Like, it's finally something stable for my kids that I've not been able to do for them or give them. They're finally going to have, you know, the room I grew up in or the yard I played in as a kid. Like, they're going to have that for their whole lives, and I'm just super grateful.
I've been reaching for higher ground in this whole process, from making the call to get clean, to getting into treatment, to taking another year of treatment, to the job. It's been such a steady incline, and because I keep reaching for it, it's gotten me here. Like, in the beginning of this, I would have never thought I deserved a house. And the more I've learned my worth and the more I've put in the work, like, this is like the attainable thing that all this has been for. So that's, this is my higher ground. So yeah.